Welcome back. Rob Hortline from SimpleCookingBlog.com. I get the most requests for chicken breast, and the number one request I get is I don't have a lot of time. I want to have a really healthy meal for my family, and chicken breast is something that sounds good. Give me something that's going to get done really quickly. So this is absolutely the easiest grilled chicken breast recipe you will ever see. If you think you see an easier one, try it. It's not easier. This is real easy. All it takes is Italian dressing. I'm using the zesty Italian. It doesn't matter. Any kind of Italian, if it's zesty or if it's garlic or if it's has some cheese in it or whatever, whatever seasonings you want in it, go ahead and pick up that salad dressing. Then, I've already done it in advance. You take your chicken breasts, you put your chicken breasts into a Ziploc bag, you put just a little bit of the dressing in there. If you look closely, maybe you can see the dressing is in the bag, and then just let it sit for 20 minutes. It doesn't take any longer than 20 minutes. If you want to do it the day before, or if you want to do it a couple hours before, that's fine. You want it to sit out on the counter for that entire 20 minutes so that it comes to room temperature. And all the seasonings you're going to need are in the salad dressing. So I'm using skin-on, bone-in chicken breast. You're welcome to use either that, or a lot of people are going to the boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I have potatoes. This dinner is going to be the chicken breast, roasted potatoes, and broccoli. So we're going to put this on, let it start roasting, and show you what I'm going to do with this. This is going to be really quick also. I'm just using a 2-quart saucepan. This is a steamer basket. Put the steamer basket in. Put plenty of salt in it, because what the salt does is it brings the boiling temperature down, which creates more steam, and we're going to be steaming our vegetable. So we've got our vegetable in there. Put on a nice tight lid, and put it on there. Now, when I've got the chicken breast ready, what I'm going to do on the top of the stove is I'm just going to brown it. That's going to take 5, 6, 7 minutes. And then once it's browned, I'm going to put this nice tight lid on, and I'm going to put it in the oven. The oven is set at 375. Total amount of time is about 20 minutes. Okay, now we all know that the potatoes can't cook in 20 minutes. So when I take them out of the oven, I'm going to go ahead and put the potatoes into the microwave and finish them off. That'll take about 5 minutes. Chicken needs to rest about 5 minutes anyway. Everything's going to be done at the same time. Your vegetable will be ready, potato will be ready, chicken will be ready. Your family will be very, very excited about their meal. I'll be back when it's ready. Welcome back. Rob Hortline from SimpleCookingBlog.com, and today we're making a very easy chicken breast grilled, and we grilled it in the cast iron skillet. I've already finished grilling it. It's resting right now. And if you'll notice, what I did was I took the heavy glass lid that I had on top of the skillet, and I just let it sit a little bit over the edge of the chicken. When it's resting, you want it to completely stop cooking, and you want the steam to be able to come out of it. So when you cover it, most of the cooks are going to tell you tint it with aluminum foil, and that really is a great way to do it. But the way I like to do it is just take my cooking lid, give it plenty of open space so it has plenty of room to breathe, and just let it sit like that. Now, last time when we left, I was browning it, and you'll notice that it got nice and brown on top, nice and brown on the bottom. And the reason for browning it is for much more than just for looks. Browning it also caramelizes the sugars in the skin and on the surface of the meat, and it actually changes the flavor, and you want that change of flavor. It's going to give you a little bit extra flavor than if you didn't brown it. So we went ahead and we browned it up in the skillet on top of the stove first, and then we put it in the oven. And if you remember, this one started out with Italian dressing. We marinated it for 20 minutes and then cooked it for 20 minutes. This is a pretty thick breast, so it actually cooked for about 24 minutes. So on your thicker ones, you need a little bit more time. So I brought the temperature of the chicken breast up to 165. You want it to be somewhere between 160 and 165. It'll continue heating as it rests. So after it finishes resting, it'll be up around 175, and that's where you want it to be. And our baked potato didn't have enough time to get done on the stovetop or in the oven, so we finished it off in the microwave. Starting it on top of the stovetop and moving it to the oven actually gives it a much better flavor than doing it the entire way in the microwave oven. So don't go ahead and don't skip that step. If you're not cooking something on the stovetop and you're not cooking something in the oven, then go ahead and do your potato in the microwave. It'll bake up just fine, but it'll have a lot more flavor and a very different texture if you start it off on the stovetop or in the oven. So another thing that I wanted to show you on this, and that is with your UGG glove, which you all know by now I really love. These are washable and they're flexible, and so when this comes out of the microwave, it's way too hot to handle. You can handle it immediately just by wearing your UGG glove. These are completely washable, so if you get it a little bit messy, not a big deal. You just toss it right in the washer and dryer, and it's ready for your next meal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix our potato, get some nice butter into it, top it off with a little sour cream. While we're doing all this, our chicken breast is resting, and by the time we're done, then everything's going to be ready to eat. Okay, so now we've got that. We need a little dab of sour cream. I always use the real thing. I like genuine food. And here's our broccoli, all nice and steamed. We've got ourselves a real nice meal. Cut it right through the thickest part, and you'll see that it's all nicely cooked. Isn't that beautiful? Get it bite-sized, and let's see how this thing tastes. That is delicious. This is going to be the simplest chicken breast you'll ever fix, and it might even be the most delicious. So definitely add this to your repertoire, and drop me an email and tell me what you think of it. Thank you.